everybody, this is Sonya. I'm back here again today to show you a few more things that I've been doing and do a small tutorial. These are the flowers that I made yesterday. I don't think you could see all the centres and the flowers. This is very good because of the, and it's because it's a pink colour. And when I did the video, because it's a little bit dark in here, because I've got no my lights over that way. Maybe if I move myself out of the light a bit, I don't know, it might help. But they're really pretty pink, this fabric that I've made that out of, and I just did them centres, so I've made my set of 3 of those, so I was really pleased about that. I finished that one. I've been doing these calico ones now because I wanted to do some, well, I'm calling them calico flowers anyway, because I wanted to make these to put them in onto something, onto actually the wall hanging that I've been making. And I think I was really pleased with how they turned out. Absolutely thrilled to bits I was, because I started doing my own, I covered my own buttons, but I didn't use actually a button covering kit. I did it just by doing the fabric. And so I'm going to show like this. Now there is nothing on that, I have not actually got that 2 spots there. This fabric is thin and you can see the 2 holes. And I couldn't believe that when I turned it over. I thought, oh, look at that, it looks like it. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you, and then I'm going to show you how I made tassels. The real easy way to make a tassel, the quickest, easiest way that I've seen anyway to do this. So I'll just give you a bit of an idea on that. But now, I realised too that I don't tell people a lot of measurements on things, and a couple of people have asked me about how big that they have to cut out the things to make the size flowers that you do. Now it depends on, of course, when you do it with lace, the lace is a certain width, so you just need to gather it up. But if you want to cut out your fabric, that's a bit of biscuit paper I put on the back of that, I'll put a bit of white on it later. If you want to cut out your fabric to do it with, if you want a circle, this is a 4-inch circle, okay, so that comes down to the size of, hang on, I've got a tape under here, the size of it when it's round is 1.5 inches across that way, okay, but it starts out 4 inches round, and you just gather it around and pull it up, so that's the size you get for that. There, see, that's the same. On the piece here behind that, this is this piece of curtain fabric that I've put on there. I cut that at 1.25 inches wide, and I gathered that up, and it was 13 inches long. So I hope everybody can just convert that over so they can understand what's going on with that. There's also the one that I do where I turned over. Now what did I do with that? Oh, I put it on here. Now I did this, and I don't think I'm really pleased with what I finished this off like. I might just take that off there because it's not even going to stick. It doesn't even look, you know, like it's going to stick. The ones that I do that I frill over, that I turn over and frill, this is 1.25 inches wide that I cut. It is 7 inches long, because I'm going to turn it over 1/2 inch, and so gather it around, okay. So that's why that one is a bit shorter, because of the width it's going to be when it's finished, which is I hope it's not one of these clear as mud ones I'm telling you about here. A bit over 1/2 inch wide, not quite an inch wide when it's finished, that part. This one here is the same. Now that's some tilde material that I bought, fabric that I bought the other day. I went shopping and I bought myself some tilde fabric because I wanted some, and I thought I could have some of that. So I got this green one, which is really, really beautiful. This one here, and what have I done with the other piece? I bought some pink to go with it, but I've also got another one that is a creamy colour. It was just here a minute ago. I might have just put it somewhere. I was just talking to my daughter, and she didn't take it. She didn't want me material, I'm sure. It doesn't. Well, bless me soul. Okay. Got another bit. When I do find it, I'll show it to you. Goodness me, Sonia, what did you do with that? I got 3 pieces. Oh, no, I did. Now, probably I should turn this off instead of choking, but I'll be right. I'll have a mouthful of water. I don't think I got that upset because I lost my piece of fabric. But anyway, never mind. If you excuse me, I'll have a drink. Now, that's really strange. Anyway, the other one is the same colours as that, but in this style. I made it a bit bigger. But anyway, so I got those because I wanted to make some flowers, but I've decided that I'm not going to mix them, I don't think, with that. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to do the button like that. This was one that was already done that I had, that I must have got it off something, and that's one that you pay for, and you get the back that goes on it. And I think they are very expensive to my way of thinking. For the amount that I would use, it's cost too much money. So I just got the button, and what one I'm going to do now, I wonder. I probably could do another one like this, I suppose, but I think I'd like a bit bigger button. Here's a bigger one. There you go. And he's thicker too. So if I just cut a piece of this fabric off here, so I can show you. I must have breathed in a bit of fluff or something. I don't know why I'm choking. Yeah, I'm going to draw around the button. It's a bit old and that, but it doesn't matter, does it? Because you're not going to see it when I'm finished. Then when I get my... Now, other people might like to do this in a different manner, like as far as they might want to glue it. But I don't want to do that because, for the simple reason being, I, wanted to do it and get it over and done with. Like, if you're gluing it, I think it's going to take a bit more than what it would if you sew it. Maybe not. Just this is the way I did it, so I'm going to show you what I did. Now, I went out from the edge of there, because you're going to think, now that's the button, so I need a bit of overlap. Okay, so I'm just going to go around here with this, and everybody have a guess what? Oh dear, have a guess what? Hazel Macca's coming to visit me. She rang me last night and she said she was going to come and pop in on her way to South Australia. They went down there a couple of years ago, I think it is now. Then she called in then too, and it was the first time I met her, and it was a bit of a shock because I didn't know she was coming. It was a surprise, but now she's actually rang me last night and told me she was coming through, so she doesn't know what time she'll be here, but I'm a bit excited about seeing her because, I don't know, she's a really lovely lady. Now, when you go around here, just cut that far probably again out. So when I say that far, it's probably as far over as well. I hope you can see this because I'm using the same colour cotton. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's good that you do. I mean, you don't want it. It's really hard to hide things if you've got it. Like when I say hide, you don't want big bits of cotton that's red or something gaping through at you. Now this is very fray, this stuff. It'll fray really easy. So I'm going to put the button in there and I'm going to pull that up, and he is going to be covered. So I'm going to just go around here. He's very thick too, this one, so it's a good idea to leave that bit extra. And you can just sew around. And I'm going to get the glue out because I can see that this is fraying, but I really wanted this sort of style of fabric, so I'm going to have to, go with the fraying bit. I'll get some glue and put that on there and stick it all down. But it was caught down fairly easy with the running around with the cotton. See, there you go. And you can't see the spots through that one. I can understand this. It really does look like there's two little things drawn on there, doesn't it? That's really weird. You can't... Well, there wasn't holes in this one. That's probably why. Dear me, Sonya. Now, I'm going to put this here on the back. I would cut a circle on it. I'm sure it won't be very round, but I just want to set that on there to push it all down. Get it all dry up. Now, I've been playing here with the glue. Oh dear. I'll push it under there. Flatten it down. It is a bit high, this one, but that doesn't matter. Now, I imagine this would look really good with lace too, because that was my next thought. I would do them with some lace on them, because a lace button, you know, that would be on some really flash garment, I'd imagine, but they would look really good on our projects too that we do. Right. The lace ones would look good on the doily things. Yeah. Now, sounds like somebody beeping on out there like they were going to a wedding or something. I don't know. What's going on? It's Monday. Maybe they are. Maybe somebody did get married. I don't live anywhere near a church or anything, so I don't know what that noise is. But anyway, so there you go. That's a covered button. And of course I would work on it a bit more to make sure that it hasn't got any pointy out bits. And then that'll go onto there. And this I'll put onto there. And underneath that, I will probably put another thing of calico, another strip, which this strip is an 1.25 inches wide and 13 inches long, and that will make another one of those. That way, you could do. I did some with the calico. I did actually thread the cotton through the button, and actually this is the calico that I frayed off. I threaded that through the button and tied it up. I did a little tiny button to put on that one there. So there's the buttons that I've been working on, and the little flowers. So that's that bit. Now, I said a long time back, or a while back now, that I was going to show you how to make. I've got a bit of stuff on me thing. I don't want to get on how to make a tassel. Now, there's lots of ways, and I don't know if anybody's actually showed this one or done this one, but I'm going to show you now how to do that. You get a piece, you get one of a cotton. You get a cotton like this, and I've got this pink one, but I'm going to use this because I just made a pink one. And you need a piece off it because you want to thread your beads on later. So I'm going to just pull through a bit here. Alright, that'll do. Don't take the thing off. When I say the thing, I mean the... Now this is DMC. There all sorts of... This is actually embroidery thread. Now, because of the way that this was done, that's why I'm showing you how to do this, because I thought this is the easiest way to do it. In a perfect world, all those would have been lined up. When I say those, I mean all these loops, where it loops over. They have been lined up, something like that. Let me see now. I'm doing some fiddling around today, aren't I? Never mind. Okay, now... My daughter has to start work of a job at 5 o'clock in the morning. Last night I was a bit, didn't have a lot of, I was asleep, but you know how you feel like you're not? It's so weird. I felt like I was just worried that she would wake up on time. I need to get that piece there out. I really want to take that piece out, but I'll leave it for the time being. Now, with this here, I'm going to go through that like so. weave this together so you've got all that ready. I'm going to actually pinch a piece of this thread off there. I'm going to pull that off because I want that one for later. Righto. Then I'm going to get one of these bead caps, like this one. And then I'm going to thread this through here. Would have been a lot easier if I did it with a big needle. I'll just see what happens though. I'll see if I can get it through. This way. Not going to work. Where's my needle? Will that go through there though when I've threaded it? Threaded it? No. It won't. Wait a minute. So nobody panic. We're gonna work out if. Yeah, here's one. Maybe I used this before. I've got these great big father type needles here. There we go. I won't put it around that way, Sonya. Whip it through. Come on, you get very good. Now through there, and pull that down through there like that. Righto. So you've got that. Now we think to ourselves, now we'll have it about that long, and we'll just cut it. Okay, just cut that off. Find yourself a bead with a good size hole in it that the needle will fit through. Probably this won't be it. No, that's not him. Wait a minute, I'll see if I can find one with a big hole in it so that will fit through there. Maybe this will go through. This might look alright. But there's gold, but that doesn't matter. We're not for today. We just don't know. That's not going to fit through there. The needle's too fat. But if I take that out of there, I'm not going to be able to thread the thing through either. Am I? What have we got here? I don't know why that thing's stuck on me bead. Okay, get off there. There's a bead cap clinging on me bead. Now I've lost that. Ah, dear me. Oh, I'm not having such a good day today, am I? It's one of those crafting days, mistakes or things, isn't it, that you're making? I'm over here chatting away to the box of beads that I'm looking in. I'm not trying to ignore this. Please don't go away yet. Hang on. You know what would look good? One of the beads that I made myself. But they're over the other side of the room, and I'm not going to worry about getting that for the time being. At least I think that's what I did with them. Well, these might be a bit too big. But you could use these sort of things, couldn't you? That'll slide straight over the top of that, I think. Yeah, that's not right. That's not right at all, Sonya. Okay, what's this? This go through? No! Oh, bless me soul. Righto. We're going to click on it again. Which some would say you shouldn't do that because it swells up the cotton. Look at that, it's threaded through real easy, that thing. Now look at that, there's a tassel. I put some beads in it on this one by just threading them onto a piece of the cotton that I'd had left over, and that sort of worked. You know, I pushed them back up through there, and therefore I made a tassel. But that's a really easy way, isn't it, to make a tassel? Just cut your cotton up. But I suppose if you're going to actually use the cotton, you might as well do it when it's... See, because now I can do this with the other one, and I'll have two of that colour, and then I can do... Where's the other bit? Here. And I can do the same with this side, and I'll have two of these. If you wanted to, you could just chop it straight down the centre, but I thought because of the amount of cotton that's there, you didn't want it to be too long. But people, you can decorate them up any way that you want to, but there you go. That's how you make a quick tassel. And the buttons that I covered with the fabric, and how to make, what length to use those, and what else? I'm going to show you a bit, just a really quick glimpse at this for a second. Don't know how much time I've taken up, but this is my wall hanging sewn together this far. Now I'm going to put these on here. What do you think about that, people? I think that will look really gorgeous. I do believe that will turn out quite well. I'm going actually making a few more to put on it yet, and I'll also have some seam binding through there, but I won't be showing the finished article until after the person that receives it gets it, because I think that's, you know, I'm going to leave it until then. So that's what I've done with that, and that's what I'm going to do with it. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching, and hope everyone has a good day, and it'll be night time I suppose by the time you see this, but yeah, so Hazel will be visiting me, I hope. She said she'd call in if it's not too late, and say g'day. So I better go. I know I'm going to do another video in a minute, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'll talk to you later.